Every day, district attorneys and prosecutors alike in the United States work to uphold our nation's laws. America's prosecutors are on the front lines of fighting for justice and protecting every person in every neighborhood from the devastating impact of violence and crime. Prosecutors are restoring dignity, giving voice to victims of rape, domestic violence, elder abuse, and human trafficking. Without local prosecutors, communities suffer, and justice escapes us all.
I'm 11 years in, and I'm not tired of it. I've never had a case where I've felt like, been there, done that. Each one is unique, and that is a really exciting way to go to work every day.
The more I learned about being a criminal prosecutor, the more I realized that we're in a unique position to really help people, but also hold people accountable. More so than defense attorneys, more so than even the courts, prosecutors, we decide what we're going to charge someone with. We decide what we're willing to offer to resolve a case.
My job is to give victims a voice, and I get to help people through some of the toughest and hardest things they've ever been through in their life.
Being a prosecutor gives you that ability. It gives you the enormous responsibility to handle a case and make sure that the victims of crimes feel heard, understood, and know that you take into account what they have to say when making a decision as to what should happen during the prosecution of that case.
To be able to be there in people's worst moments in their lives and to be the change agent that can turn their lives around and protect them.
Being passionate about your job is so important, and this job is, it's tough. It's so fulfilling. The people that I've been able to work with and the camaraderie that my coworkers and I have is just amazing.
They look at each case individually. They weigh the merits of that case individually to determine what is appropriate under those circumstances.
Before we even say we're going to press charges against someone, we're looking to see, based on what we have, do we believe that we can ethically prosecute this case and meet our burden beyond a reasonable doubt.
In order to have a successful prosecution, those things start with a good investigation. An investigation that gets you all the evidence that you need, and not just a probable cause, but really to proof beyond a reasonable doubt, because that is our standard in court. Working hand in hand with law enforcement partners is critical.
This job requires the highest level of ethics and honesty. And that means honesty with your victims, with your witnesses, with the court, with the opposing defense attorney.
Everything that you do as a prosecutor is for the people, for the community. Victims who do not have a voice are given a voice and are fought for.
And oftentimes the decisions that you make are made alone, without consultation. And so you need somebody of good moral character. You need somebody with integrity that's always going to do the right things for the right reasons, even if those decisions don't see the light of day.
If you start to look at everybody as a number and you just think of the thousands of people you're interacting with, you cannot do this job.
I think that when people think prosecutor, they think of some overbearing, powerful, strong-willed person who is after a conviction, right? And that might be what society or the movies show, but in reality, prosecutors are some of the most kind-hearted people I know.
Even if you are fighting for justice, even if I'm an advocate for the people, even if I'm prosecuting a defendant, they're still a human.
Prosecutors have that enormous responsibility to take into consideration the defendant's position, the defendant's needs, perhaps reasons why a person committed a certain offense.
As much as you are responsible for seeking justice for your victims, you are also responsible for ensuring that the defendant's constitutional rights haven't been violated.
We're really looking for justice. We're looking for an outcome that holds people accountable, but also that protects society.
For the young and ambitious attorneys planning to spearhead real justice in America, local prosecutor offices are here to support and lift up your passion to help others. Want to learn more about the role of the prosecutor? Reach out and discover all the training and benefits that can keep you at the top of your game. Hopefully one day, you can say,
I am a prosecutor.